For 24 chapters, Job and his three friends have a blazing row from chapter 4 of Job through to chapter 28. It's Dominic Steele. We're in Daily Bible Time. Things too wondrous for us to know. We're studying Job. You want to find Job in the Bible. You want to read Job in the Bible. And in this section, we get a back and forth speech by Eliphaz, speech by Job, speech by Bildad, speech by Job, speech by Zophar, speech by Job. It's kind of like punch by Eliphaz, punch by Job, punch by Bildad, punch by Job, punch by Zophar, punch by Job. I mean, metaphorically, of course, but they are super savage in their words with each other. We saw yesterday that God's verdict was that the three friends were in the wrong. They were supposed to be comforting Job, speaking words of truth into his life, but they actually turned out to be false teachers. Listen to Job's reaction to them. Job had hoped for refreshment from them, but he goes to them and they're like a riverbed to which a parched traveller turns, only to find the riverbed dry as dust. Let me give it to you. Chapter 6, verse 14. A despairing man should receive loyalty from his friends, even if he abandons the fear of the Almighty. My brothers are as treacherous as a wadi, as seasonal streams that overflow and become darkened because of ice. The snow melts into them, the wadis evaporate in warm weather, they disappear from their channels in hot weather. Caravans turn away from their routes, they go into the desert and they perish. The caravans of Timah look for these streams, the travelling merchants of Sheba hope for them. They're ashamed because they'd been confident of finding water, and when they arrive there, they are disappointed. So this is what you've become to me. Disappointing. He's super savage with them, and you get the same kind of idea. It's a biting sarcasm. Come forward to chapter 12 of Job, and in chapter 12 and verse 2, listen to what he says. Chapter 12, verse 2. I also have a mind like you. I'm not inferior to you. Who doesn't know the things that you're talking about? You guys, you think you're the only wise guys in the room, the only wise guys in the world. You think when you die, there won't be any wise people left. And yet verse 3 of chapter 12, I'm not inferior to you. Who doesn't know the things you're talking about? You are not more wise than me, says Job. Now, this big disagreement is that the friends hear Job as saying that God is unfair. And Job is angry with them because the friends don't give him any kind of substantial comfort. And so this is where we stand today. They clearly don't give him the comfort. Job says they don't. But we saw yesterday that God says that the friends were in the wrong as well. Remember Job 42, verse 7, right at the end of the book. After the Lord had finished speaking to Job, he said to Eliphaz the Temanite, I'm angry with you and your two friends, for you've not spoken the truth about me as my servant Job has. So if the friends are wrong and Job is right, does that actually mean that God is unfair? In my community group, when we were discussing this, somebody said, I think he might be. What do you think? I'm going to leave it with that question hanging, because that's our topic tomorrow in Daily Bible Time. And it's actually our big topic over the next few weeks of Village Church on Sundays. So I hope you'll join us tomorrow for Daily Bible Time and for church this Sunday, either online or in person.